We are ready to toss to the draft now with picks and bans.
We should go right away. The Lyra going to get taken off the board. Taka actually going to get banned away here as well. So a slight variation to that top 4, and a very kind of surprising first pick, I think, for us is the Samuel getting grabbed right away.
Absolutely. Everyone across the board has definitely prioritized Celeste in that first pick position. Vision not going to hesitate picking that up for themselves, followed up with the Tony. Those two heroes actually have great synergy together. As soon as someone gets taunted, Celeste can drop her core collapse, dish out a ton of damage in rapid succession. No one can run away with that, and definitely something that Vision gonna have to make sure that they're positioning well to make sure that they're not getting caught out from.
It is interesting to note, though, that they passed up on the opportunity for the Celeste Kroll combo that we saw a lot in week 1. So again, the changes being made in the draft as we get into week number 2 and the second day of week 2 as well. So there's a lot of changes. The team's changing where they're putting priority, what heroes they want to focus on. We've been seeing this Churnwalker actually pretty frequently thus far today.
Yeah, Churnwalker and Samuel have a ton of synergy. Not only is Samuel innately going to get the AoE damage from his Malice and Verdicts once they're empowered, once Churnwalker starts chaining people up, that AoE damage on top of that is really hard to deal with. Vision Gaming gonna be making sure that they have to find a tanky front line that can find a little bit of peel for Celeste. Great pickup with the Kroll there. Very surprised to see it to get to this far into the draft.
Yeah, I mean, we had been seeing Kroll getting involved in the first bans a lot over in Europe, so the fact that it was lingered this long, Vision's gonna be very happy to pick that one up. It's a question of where it's gonna be played, though. Normally you expect it in the jungle, period, end of story, but PvP Warrior specifically on 3v3, he wasn't afraid to play this Kroll in lane. So that is something that you have to keep in the back of your mind against Vision. It's very likely to end up in the jungle, but just because there is that track record, you do have to keep it in your mind.
Idris, a little bit here and there throughout Europe, but definitely a priority pick as far as North America goes. We saw it played out of the jungle a couple of times yesterday. Wouldn't be surprised to see that again today, but I feel like that's going to struggle a lot going up against a Kroll and a Tony.
Yeah, and it's also with the Grace coming through here, with Churnwalker already being there, that's going to be that weapon Grace, or will it be that hard defense with a Shatterglass Grace that we saw yesterday a couple of times come out from North America? So there's, again, question marks abound in this matchup.
Yeah, Alpha getting banned off the table. That was a very hotly contested pick this morning coming out of the side of Europe. I think that Hammers, they just don't want to give Vision too strong of a front line to be able to peel for that Celeste. Obviously, with Alpha having the 2 lives, that's something that's very hard to deal with. And if you don't have large amounts of damage in a very consolidated point of area, that's very hard to deal with as far as Alpha is concerned.
Vision, they're going to ban away the Rona, preventing another bruiser from coming out for our Hammers. They already have their hard carries in the Idris and the Samuel, and so at this point it is just about getting that big front line built up even more than just the Churnwalker and the Grace already are. So the Rona ban away there is specifically just to try and eliminate some of the options that could be available. Black Feather is something that we could see come out, but they are actually going to go for another carry and pick up the Gwen.
It's going to be the Gwen. I think we do see Tribe run it yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah, Tribe played the Gwen super well yesterday. Dienzio hitting massive amount of crit damage with that boomstick perk. Definitely something that if she can get in range of Celeste, Gwen obviously one of the smaller ranges as far as range DPSs are concerned. If she can get in range of that Celeste, Celeste is going to have to watch out.
And then an Adagio to round out the composition for Vision, another one of these big protector type heroes. But again, where is it going to go? Is it going to be a carry Adagio? Is it going to be a captain Adagio and put that Tony into more of a carry type role? That's what I would prefer to see. I would much rather see, because they have the Celeste, I'd much rather see the Adagio in the captain type role, just focusing on keeping allies alive and using those big Versa judgments to get that area control.
Great. Well, now that we have our first picks of the day for North America, let's talk about the players that we need to watch for this game. Flash, you go first.
Has to be Chicken on the side of Hammers Esports. He's on the roster. We haven't seen him play just quite yet, but he's one of those players that has a ton of veteran experience, very gifted as far as mechanics go. We might not be able to see him play today. They might be waiting until the right opportunity to kind of work him in on a consistent basis. But once he steps on to the Sovereign's Rise, that's something that these teams are going to have to watch out for.
Yeah, you mentioned he's been around the block. He's been on multiple professional teams. Has shown that he is a top-tier player. So we'll definitely be looking for when he's going to be out there. But for Vision, I'm going to go back to Pool once again. He was our player to watch yesterday for Vision, and he stepped up in a big way from week 1, but he was also in a different role. And that's one of the things that it's so interesting to me to see that teams are willing to just put their players into different roles as they try and figure out where to go. You know, last week he was playing the Batiste, didn't really have much effect whatsoever on the game. Yesterday he played much better in the captain position, so I would like to see him continue to stay as the captain for the team because he just was a much more impactful player in that role.
He just seemed a lot more comfortable in the captain role as well. He felt a lot more at home. Much better synergy across the board with this team. Unfortunately, they did drop that series, but definitely looking to continue improving today.
So as we mentioned before, both of these teams are looking for their first win. What is going to be key strategy in this game coming up?
Has got to be making sure that they understand macro play and how to translate it into their favor.
All right, the game is on. We're going to toss it over to Humanist and Denomine. Take it.
Well, that's right. We're into the game. We are on the rise. We've got Hammers Esports versus Vision Gaming. Players are making their way out onto the map. Denomine, how you feeling? You were talking about liking the draft coming out of Vision.
Yeah, I do. I really like the combination of the Celeste and the Kroll, and then you pair it up together with this Tony who can help lock targets into those kind of choke points with his trash talk. So definitely a lot of potential for Lightning T here on the Celeste to just have that really impactful big AoE damage spikes.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be keeping my eyes on this Celeste. Celeste's been one of the best so far. And you see this kind of group up here in mid, it allows them to rotate over, reading the movements coming out of Hammers over here. A little contest over the Crystal Trant, and it's going to be going the way of Invulnerable, so a nice take there. Pretty easy for the Kroll to grab that.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with the Dead Man's Rush, you know, instant extra attack there. So he was able to secure that one. Did not go with the Spectral Smite first, though, so not a lot of level 1 fight potential. Was just looking to secure that camp. You know, Starboy down here on the Gwen, going to be going to bot lane. Might have a little bit of a tussle breaking out here.
A little bit of a tussle. Invulnerable, he'll go ahead and get boosted in the brush there. Just another kind of secure on that healing camp. I mean, talk to us about how important is getting this healing camp here early on.
Well, specifically the healing camps provide a huge burst of experience, but Drunami,
are they going to chase him down? They've got him right there. Invulnerable got the Spectral Smite, and easy kill right there. A nice first blood.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's going to help them force this wave up, and that's going to give PvP Warrior a little bit more of an advantage early on, despite the side of Vision already having both of those buffs.
PvP Warrior is just like one of the best Foxes I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's definitely good, and Eliminate's taking quite a bit of damage here trying to defend this turret, while in the mid lane, Young Jay is getting dropped low by Pool and Lightning T.
Yeah, definitely throwing blows in all these lanes. I mean, why do I feel like the action's not going to slow down in this top lane, though? You got Invulnerable on this Kroll up here, and Eliminate's always going to be looking to get the hook and chains, and PvP Warrior, you know he's always ready to fight, right?
Oh, absolutely, and you know, specifically his Vox in the later stages of the game, we saw in some of the preseason tournaments, you know, a couple weeks ago. Once he gets that complete build, he becomes nearly unkillable. His positioning is absolutely phenomenal, and the just scaling build of the Vox can really be impactful for pretty much all of these carries. Specifically, we need to look at Papa John being the one trying to get damage down onto Lightning T, trying to bully Celeste back as much as possible.
Talk about bullying. Holy Nova, Batman! Lightning T, you gotta get back. Oh, he's got a healing flask. It's okay. He's just baiting it up there. Pulled back, though. A little bit of splash damage coming on through Pool. You gotta get back, bud. He'll tank that up, but Invulnerable moves in, feeling like he can get something done. He's a little late to the party, stunned up. Can they focus him down? He's getting a lot of weakness stacks coming down, but he's just isolated, taken down. That'll be Hammers getting on the board and see if they can do something here.
Yeah, that gives us a 1-for-1. Young Jay and Drunami looking to force the turret up here. Can they find PvP, though?
No, they can't find PvP. PvP's ready to dance. They can't drop that turret aggro either. Pull showed up. We get the taunt back. A little trash talk. Grabs him with the stun. PvP's got this. Another Sonic Zoom forward. One attack. He'll be able to take that. In the meantime, though, the weapon Trant getting taken down.
Yeah, a little bit overcommit there from Young Jay, and that is going to give the kill over to the side of Vision. Meanwhile, Lightning T taking another Crystal Treant out of the Hammer's jungle, but he may get caught out for it as Papa John is looking to rotate around. Can they find the kill?
Well, he has rotated around. Lightning T's going to have to get something magical done. Not going to be enough. PvP Warrior drop down. They're not able to secure anything, though, and he's not going to be able to get the healing Treant either, unless it's just a godly last hit.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, eliminate the one to pick up that crystal buff, so we're not going to get a ton of effect out of that one. But 2-2 right now. Gold fairly even. Vision Gaming, they do have themselves about a 600 gold lead developed, while Invulnerable taking more jungle away here from the side of Hammers.
Yeah, that's a great take. He's deep in the jungle, able to take that gold camp away. Even kind of keeping Papa John zoned out from making a movement towards the lane. There are scout cams down, so they know what's happening. The drop's going to come actually onto Starboy, though, who's completely overextended. He'll turn around, drop that ace is high. But Starboy, all he can do is run to his imminent death. Starboy, it's okay. Your team forgives you. Neon Fire can easily avoid anything coming out there as his team surrounds him there. Gets that easy kill. 5.5 minutes in, 2-3 in favor of Vision.
Yeah, I like Papa John there, recognizing, you know, Starboy's gonna die. Starboy, great play, chasing the enemies into the back part of their jungle. They gave Papa John on the Crystal Idris the time to push that wave up underneath turret, and while he didn't get a lot of damage, we're trying to get this Crystal Idris truly online, where he can be the biggest threat possible. Lightning T on the Celeste, likely to not build any defense, at least until later in the game. Makes him very vulnerable to the double pass coming through that chakram, so we'll have to see how Papa John is able to execute on that. Overall, we have a little bit of a level advantage on the side of Vision to go with their gold advantage, so now Lightning T take away some more jungle, accelerating this Celeste to level 8, where she's going to get that additional range on the Heliogenesis and become that much bigger of a threat.
Yeah, that's a super efficient rotation, and I really like to see it right there. Lightning T not only is going to get a little more experience and gold in his pocket as well, he keeps the lane in a nice position for himself. And, of course, he's going to have now full health. The taunt back, can they follow that up? Silence comes on through right over that Churn Walker, but it's not going to be a big deal. They're underneath that turret there. Now, Drunami making the first rotation of the game. Drunami's been kind of pinned up in that top lane thus far.
Yeah, meanwhile in the jungle, Papa John and Starboy were able to pick up a kill onto Invulnerable. Now Papa John trying to push some damage onto the turret. Starboy gonna take back some jungle for the team. Clearing that out with Papa John. So fair rotation there coming out of Hammers, you know, capitalizing on what they could. And now Lightning T, he's looking for more. Young Jay sitting a level behind Lightning T at this point, but we do have that Oblivion online now, and that can have a pretty big impact on some of these fights, specifically if you can, you know, get one down before the Crucible comes out.
Lightning T getting a lot more last hits at 41 now to the 27 of Young Jay on that Samuel, so that's a pretty big advantage right now.
Yeah, it definitely is. Young Jay cleaning out his wave. Neon Fire down in the bottom lane. His respective top lane is going to go with a very tanky Adagio build. He has that Dragon's Eye, so he'll be able to clear out the wave fairly quickly here, but not a ton of team fight damage. He's just looking to be very tanky.
Is Papa John caught, or is Neon Fire caught? Aces high off the mark. The move on in, but that's Papa John going down. Now Starboy, bada boom, into the position he wanted to be.
Yeah,
maybe a knockback that
shy
could
on
have
that
taken him
one.
down.
Yeah, just a little bit further, and Poole would have been able to knock him back into the team. But yeah, as I was saying, Neon Fire just trying to be tanky, get in the middle of fights. The big impact that this Adagio is going to have is getting that self-heal down, slowing down the enemies, and then getting that big verse of Judgment stun to come down. Ghostwing looking to go over to Vision Gaming right now.
That's going to be the capture up. Lightning T getting the final blow there, and that's going to be a nice pickup for Vision. I mean, they're already doing great this game so far. Net worth advantage, they got a kill advantage, exactly where they want to be. Now level 8 on Lightning T. What do these guys look to do?
Well, they're pretty much just going to keep looking to starve Hammers out at this point. So realistically, you know, Hammers, if they want to turn this game around, they've got to find a pick. They've got to find themselves either some objective or some jungle control. And they really need to work on the Vision as well, because as of right now, Vision, they sit up almost 6,000 gold.
Oh, this is usually a huge turning point. PvP Warrior has Breaking Point, and he's getting a couple Breaking Point stacks right now. It's a 3 versus 4, but you see Hammers getting hammered, moving back, trying to run. PvP's got to drop the turret. Can't do it. The turret drops him. Tsunami stays alive. Eliminate stays alive. Papa John as well, but the turret is low. Gonna go down. Lightning Team not connecting with that Helio. Papa John forced back. Eliminate will go down. Just the bad manners. Boomerang coming on through. Feels good, man. But I'm not sure if they got a kill down there in bot as well, but a lot happening here for Vision and just pressuring the entire map.
Yeah, but now here comes Hammers looking to answer back, and Vulnerable taking quite a bit of damage.
Taking a bit of damage, but are they going to chase into this? Because Lightning T can really set up a defensive perimeter around this Cruel that they can fight around and make it very dangerous. Even 2 versus 4 here.
Yeah, and that's one of the devastating things about this particular duo. If you allow the Krull to get onto your backline, not only is he going to start ripping apart those squishy targets, he's also going to lower the damage that they do. Oh, man. Lots of damage coming through on the Young Jay there. This is where the Samuel really struggles, is with his range against the Celeste. Solar Storm not going to land onto the target he wanted.
Invulnerable doing a lot of damage. When he procs that tension bow on the squishy target, you see them just get chunked down right now.
Yeah, and that's what makes the Celeste all the more scary in that back line, is if you're worrying about Krull, Celeste is just raining in those Heliogenesis into your face. It's going to rip apart your team in seconds. And, you know, it's definitely kind of a real tough decision to make, because you either have to commit to the Celeste or you have to kind of pull the Krull backwards, you know, kite and try to build up some stacks here on the Idris, but he's gone with the Shatter Glass first, so looking for raw damage. Doesn't really have that explosive 20 stacks of breaking point potential.
I think it's really cool, and then paired up with the Tony and this kind of a interesting Adagio build coming out of Neon Fire. It's a more durable, more tanky kind of build like you're talking about. It controls exactly like how you were describing that the Celeste and the Krull want to interact with the fight.
Right, and keeping enemies locked close together is really what the Celeste wants, and Adagio and Krull and Tony, all 3 of them are very good at dealing with that kind of situation. And meanwhile, we'll have PvP Warrior obviously on the box, not Crystal Power, so he is more single target, but that allows him to pick off anybody that really starts to overextend. He can build up those breaking point stacks, and then once those stacks start to pick up, he can commit very heavily into a fight and really start to chunk out the health of the enemy team as they spread out. So we'll have to be keeping an eye on PvP Warrior. Definitely my player to watch for Vision here, as Hammers, they see the Ghost Wing going on. I don't think they're going to be able to get it though.
We'll see what's going to happen here. Hammers, though, taking a lot of damage. They have to at least disengage, but that's going to be picked up by Vision. Now Vision on the chase forward here. It's Papa John trying to dodge out some damage, but just got deleted, erased. It's like they had an instant kill button.
Yeah, definitely seemed to be the case. Unfortunately, Papa John on the Idris, going to be very similar to how Celeste plays. A lot of offense with very low defense, at least for the early portion of the game. And because of the range advantage that Celeste has, she's very safe on the backline. Hammers doesn't really have anybody that they can dive and execute the Celeste with. We have the Grace, but she's also going a more tanky build, kind of just in your face, you know, be annoying kind of build as opposed to actual damage. So Hammers, just because of their draft, are going to struggle at all points of this game to be able to kill Lightning T.
But we'll see. The average game time was like 15-something yesterday. We're on track to see that again from Vision. Now, the Torment back, the chase forward. Holy Nova's going to be blocked off. This is the Versa Judgment coming on through. I think it'll find 1 stun there. As Eliminate looks to reposition back. The Fountains come out, but the Supernova chunking on through Hammers. With pulled down, Vision still hanging around here. They've taken the turret. We'll see if they want to get some work done on that armory as well. Lightning T really kind of flexing on Hammers here. Tsunami will jump in. He's pretty low. Holy Nova not going to connect. As Starboy trying to zone out and apply the damage that his team so desperately needs. Oblivion not quite clipping Lightning T, but he's taking tons of damage as Papa John delivers a kill right there. Neon Fire is going to get lit up as well and go down, putting Hammers much closer to their goal of coming back into this game. Now 7-9, 14 minutes in.
Yeah, and that was a key point there for Hammers potentially coming back. They were able to catch Lightning T sticking around a little bit longer than he needed to. Hammers got that initial pick onto Pool, and as we saw, Lightning T still full health because of that range. But once you start chasing into the enemy's base and you're the only one there, you're basically a frontline Celeste, and that's where Hammers were able to come through off the respawns. They were able to pick up that kill on Celeste. They were able to get a turret as well.
PvP blocks off the stun, trying to get back. PvP Warrior playing with he went in 3 versus 1 there, Denominate.
Yeah, he was trying to defend the turret, but in the end, Hammers were able to get that. Now, it's not the ultimate comeback from Hammers yet. They are still 10,000 gold behind, but it is a little bit of momentum, and that is the key thing for them at this point. Anything they can do to get gold in their pockets is going to be a chance where they can turn around a fight. Papa John has that alternating current online, and that is a big spike here for the Idris.
All right, well, we'll see if this Idris can get some work done. It feels like if he's able to dodge out, very quickly dodge out anything going Supernova, a couple Helios, or getting stunned out, they have a chance to apply damage if he can get onto the Celeste, or get that damage applied to the Celeste, but it's been really hard thus far.
Yeah, it has. The front line coming out of Vision is just so strong and so incredibly punishing that it's really difficult for Hammers to actually contest it. But here we go, we got a fight breaking out.
Tsunami moves in like a tsunami. It's not going to be the initiation they're looking for, though. Hey, is it all a distraction from Vision Gaming? Look up here. Invulnerable. He's looking to take Black Claw up here, and he's probably going to get this. I don't think Hammers have any Vision up there. No, they don't. They're totally just focused on Vision down around the bottom side of this map, and it's definitely going to blow up in their face pretty soon here.
Yeah, definitely is looking like that. Now we see the rest of Vision rotating up to help their Kroll, who's already had that Blackwing down, or Black Claw down to half health. And now that it is, and with the injured mid lane of Hammers already, I mean, looking at that armory, it's already taken about half of its health. So with the Black Claw marching, and with the lead that the side of Vision have, they are definitely looking comfortable for this one.
Ward Treads used, Tsunami initiated upon and taken down Lightning T, boosting forward on that magic broomstick to take down Starboy. Who's next? Looks like Eliminate could be next. No, it's Papa John. They'll take a slice of that nice little kill. I don't know, whatever, Denominate. It's gonna be game going to Vision Gaming. Triple kill coming out at the end. 14-7, a dominating performance here.
Yeah, and it looks like the stars aligned here for Vision Gaming today. Their tweet ended up being accurate. At all points of that game, it really felt like Vision was in control, and they close it out in just 16, almost 17 minutes.
That was a thing of beauty. Gotta be careful giving PvP Warrior that Fox. Lightning T looked great on the Celeste. Any other key points from you?
Not really. Just the draft really came down to a lot of it for me, and then the rotations coming out of Vision, just stealing away the jungle as much as possible, got them an edge early on.
They did get that edge early on. Well, I was actually really impressed in this matchup. Didn't feel like Starboy really came online.